It's Angela from theartofsuccessforwomen.com. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is where you learn how to increase your income, feed your soul, and rock the world while doing it. Each month we focus on a particular theme that does just that. And this month we are talking about money. It's all about the money. And if you're interested in a little extra bonus, I'm running a challenge this month. I'll give you the information about that at the end of this video, and I'll post a link in case you want to join as well. So today we are talking about feeling rich versus feeling poor. And as somebody, if you've been following me, you know I grew up in homelessness and poverty. And what I will tell you is there is nothing that will devastate you like feeling poor. It will affect every aspect of your life. So one of the things I've learned is that a simple shift, I say simple, I know it's not that easy, a simple shift in your mindset, in how you're feeling, in making one small choice that's a little bit different can really dramatically impact your life and change your experience. So here are a couple of examples from my life and maybe someone else's. We'll see. So I don't want the video to be too long. So Tuesdays we're doing mindset. Thursdays we are doing strategy. Today's a little bit of mindset, but I'm going to give you some strategy at the end of this too because I want you to be able to implement it right away. So here's an example. Years ago, when my husband and I were younger and had been together not as long, I made the decision that we were only going to spend $10 on Valentine's Day because I didn't want us to feel poor. Spending more than that at the time felt like a lot of money. So some of you might be in that situation. That's perfectly okay. I will tell you, the 2 years we did that, those were the best Valentine's Days ever. Those are the ones that we really remember. And here's one example of what happened. So with the $10 I took, we were living in the Midwest. I'm from Florida to begin with. I missed the beach. It was February and cold. So it sounds a little extreme, but what I did with my $10 was I bought a clean shower curtain, a brand new one for $2 or whatever. I bought a bag of sand and a pineapple. And then I rented a movie that had some tropical theme that meant something to my husband and me. And I emptied back the furniture in the room and put the plastic out on the floor and dumped the sand and got the pineapple, and we watched the movie. It was great. It was like the best $10 I ever spent. So it was totally phenomenal. So shifting from feeling poor around that experience to using the money, only $10, and creating this phenomenal experience, that was a huge shift in feeling rich or feeling abundant or whatever that word is for you. Let me give you a couple of other examples. And so again, if you're in that place, like years ago, I used to write a blog. When my husband and I had been together, I don't know, it was a while, 10 years or so, but we had small children. And because of one of my children being young and being sick, I wasn't working outside the home. And we were living on, I think it was like $40,000 a year. And I was writing a blog about feeding your family for $250 a month, which is totally doable. I did it. It's not something that I want to do all the time, but certainly it's possible. And sometimes that experience of feeling like you can't just get whatever you want at the store can make you feel poor. And one of the things that would make me feel a lot better was just to sit outside and have a picnic with the kids, sometimes at lunch, or if my husband came home for lunch, or if we just took a weekend afternoon and took a picnic in this great picnic basket that we had, and even with the same foods, that would just make me feel so much better, make me feel rich. So, and today you'll notice my hair is not done. That's because later today I'm seeing my amazingly phenomenal hairdresser. That's something that I used to not do. I wouldn't spend money on getting my hair done because it seemed like an excess. But what I will tell you is, if you are here to increase your income, you want to make more money as a woman, as a man as well, I'll just say, it's important to look good. We might think that that's shallow or vain, but it's important to look good. And there are a lot of studies that show that if you pay attention to your appearance, if you give off a particular level of professionalism in how you look, you make more money. So it's not all about the money. Sometimes it's just about the self-confidence. It's just about feeling good, right? Which is totally, that also translates into your business success. So one more example. We traveled recently, and because of how I grew up, one of the things I don't like to do is stay someplace that makes me feel poor when we're traveling. And that's my personal choice. Everybody has the thing that they feel good about or don't feel good about. So I will totally splurge on a nice hotel and not eat out in any fancy way. So here's an example. We were traveling recently. I decided to stay at the Waldorf, which was phenomenal. It wasn't super crazy expensive. I did an upgrade. We got a huge suite, which meant a couple of things. One, we got a fridge, and I don't want to get up early to go out to breakfast anyway, so I just brought some food and stuck in the fridge that we were going to be able to eat that fit my dietary restrictions and allowed us to sleep in. It was phenomenal. Then we also had an extra room, not a like a as the suite, we had an extra living space, and so we were able to invite some friends over and have a drink and hang out and chat, and that was just beautiful and phenomenal too. So those are choices that I've made. So this week, today, in this experience, here's the question for you. If you saw the earlier video this week, you heard me talk about this a little bit. So where do you feel poor? Think about that in your life. Where do you feel when you're making a decision about something, if you're paying out money for something or you're having an experience, where is it that you feel poor? And so the request for you, the invitation today, is to change that. If it's not something you can change financially in this moment, what choices can you make that are slightly different? You might have heard me talk about, going to Starbucks versus going to McDonald's. If you're out to get a cup of coffee, the difference is like 80 cents. Seriously, it's such a difference in how you feel. And, even my daughter, at one point we were shopping, we live in a small town, not good grocery shopping options, and she remarked to me how different she felt when we shopped at this store in town versus driving an hour away to go to Whole Foods, and how icky it made her feel, right? That experience made her feel poor. So what different choice will you make today? Where are you feeling poor, and what will you do differently today? I would love to hear about that. And as I mentioned earlier, I am running a challenge. We started yesterday. It's only 5 days. You get the weekend off. It's called the Increase Your Income Facebook Challenge for Women. If you would like to join that, I would love, love, love to have you. My private clients, my workshop clients, everybody's increasing their income. Some people doubling and tripling their incomes. And so I've put together a couple of tools, 5 tools to share with you, completely free. And I would love to see you rock it in your business and in your world. So show up in the challenge. I would love to see you. And leave me a comment below and let me know what you are doing today that's going to make you feel rich. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time.